Hello. I wanted to make this video because I wanted to express myself without having to get into a heated argument, a heated debate where name calling becomes rampant and it's become ridiculous. Our country's been torn apart. And it's very unfortunate because though we may not be the top of every leaderboard, every scoreboard in the world, we still are a great country. And we've been the envy of the world for many, many, many years. For what reason? For many reasons. Number one, in less than 250 years, we've grown into a great nation. Started off on some bad ground. No doubt we had a lot of things to clean up, and we did. But a friend of mine posted a video and urged me to watch, and I did. And the actor Jeff Daniels says this is not the greatest country in the world. And I still disagree with that. Again, we may not be the leaderboard. May not have the strongest economy. We may not have the best in technology. But one thing I've seen in America, these United States, is that when tragedy hits, we put down our dumbness and we pull together. See, some countries you don't have that option. You try and do that in China, it doesn't work out so well. Try and do that in North Korea, it definitely won't work out for you. What I'm trying to say is, the one thing that our forefathers gave us that is paramount, in my opinion, is our form of government, our republic. You see, with the republic, we are governed by a constitution, not by a mob. A democracy is mob rule. The masses rule. So if the masses say, you know what, you shouldn't have your house, you won't have your house. Well, with a republic, that's not so. Yes, the United States does have a thing called eminent domain. And that is only reserved for national security. We can fight for what we believe in, but we don't fight each other. We fight at the polls. And even our elected officials, I'm really tired of the mudslinging. Our former governor, well, I say former governor, Rick Scott here in Florida, is put down the mudslinging, and he's telling what he stands for. And I wish all politicians would do that. Quit telling me how bad the other guy is. Tell me what you will do. Well, I can't condone any or all politicians. They're all goofballs in my opinion. However, we have to have goofballs in place. And by all means, we need to protect our sovereignty. We have to protect that republic. Once it's gone, ladies and gentlemen, once the republic is gone, you don't get it back. Not without much bloodshed. And I do mean bloodshed. I'm not talking about, phew, that was close. No, I'm talking about war. If you don't believe me, ask Germany. They went through that. Look at Vietnam. Look at Korea. Once it's gone, you have a divided country. I don't want to see that happen. It about happened in 2008 and 9. A lot of states threatening to secede. That would be rough on our economy overall. And it would be tough on us as individual citizens. One thing Jeff Daniels did say in that video was that we used to be a really great country. We were on top of the ball. You know, we were a leader in many, many, many categories. But we used to make moral decisions. We used to do the right thing. Well, in a socialist society, folks, the only people who will have any say are those in the government. You will no longer have a say. At least now we have a say. Sometimes we win, sometimes we lose. Lord knows, I did not want former President Obama in office. But I told my son once he got in, he's in, now we have to hope and pray for the best. The president that is in office now does some dumb things. Granted, he is not an eloquent speaker as Barack Obama. Barack Obama could charm the pants off a snake charmer. Trump just has a way of saying things without thinking about it. But that doesn't make him a bad president. It just makes him look foolish. But he has put up with more badgering, more negativity in 2 years than any other president has ever put up with. I just saw a report that he has had so far 198 threats on his life. But yet, the Republicans are one that I'm being told are the haters. I'm here to tell you, myself, I'm not falling for it anymore. These goofy memes that people put out that are slanderous and hateful, I'll have no parts. You can't look at the good things and then say they don't exist. You can't look at something and say it won't work if somebody in power has already said, hey, this will work. You have absolutely got to believe in this country. You may not fully believe in the elected officials, and I don't blame you. But you can't keep knocking them down. They're in power. And as long as they're in power, we need to do what we can to support them. So I would encourage you, with the midterm election, and Maxine Waters said this is probably the most important election of your life. Your life. Maxine Waters said this. Why does she want that? Well, as she said, she would be the first African American, the first woman to head the Financial Chair Committee. Woo. That's a scary thought, folks. If you ever seen her house and seen the district that she resides over, kind of wonder. Donald Trump doesn't go about bragging about his philanthropy. But yet that man takes his salary and donates it to charity of his choice, his choosing. Whether you agree with his choice or not has nothing to do with you. It has his choice. Just like George Soros has his choice. But again, if the Democratic Socialists of America have their way, and they're aiming for it, with all of George Soros's money, you can bet they're going to put up a fight. And they're dividing us to make it so. So I'm sorry, but I am not going to fight with you. I'm not going to argue with you. I will be fully welcome to talk to you about anything. But I will not get into slandering, name calling, none of it. I will, with every fiber of my being, do what I can to make sure that this country remains a republic. And I hope and pray that you will do the same. And if you don't believe me, and I hope you don't, I hope you don't believe me, I hope you go online, and we have the greatest tool in the world, this internet. Check it out. I've had people tell me that Finland is a socialist country. It is not. It is a republic. We have socialist programs in the United States. It's called welfare. Social Security is not a socialist program because we pay into it. So I would encourage you again, every one of you, even though we look different, we may talk different, we may wear different clothes, we have one very important thing in common. We are American citizens. So please, vote as an American. Thank you, and God bless you.